Hi, how you doing? It's Josh. I am here with a new review of a new movie. It's a February horror movie. It's establishing a new franchise it aspires to. I feel like it will probably succeed. But I am afraid that I bring what seems to be an unpopular opinion to the table about this movie. This movie is called Heart Eyes. It is directed by Josh Rubin. It stars Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding. I got the names out before they left my head. And this is a fun, rom-com slasher, and it's heavy on the com, heavy on the rom, surprisingly light on the slasher. I mean, there's gore and there's kills, but I'd say that the slasher elements are like less than 40% of the movie, maybe 30, which was surprising to me. This movie's really strong in the setup and in the early passages, because you've got, it signals right away that we're going to have fun, that it's not going to be too serious, that there's not going to be too much lore. And then when it gets into the actual like rom-com stuff, it's incredibly silly, but it's fun and funny. And then when everything kind of like takes off, this movie is clever and has something a little bit fresh, and that is essentially the only amount of story that I'll give away, is that you've got a serial killer called Heart Eyes, who every Valentine's Day in the world of the movie has been menacing a different city. That part's a little weird that he's going to different cities, but he is targeting couples in love on Valentine's Day. So loving couples have to look out, because Heart Eyes is coming, and he's a brutal killer. He'll kill the lovers, but he'll also kill anybody else who gets in his way on that one day of the year. So we have a couple who meet cute and then have to work together. There's all kinds of rom-com contrivance to get them working together. They have a bit of a spark, but there's also a little bit of conflict, and they're not together, but they pretend to be together for some plot contrivance. They kiss in public. That happens all the time in movies. I don't think it has ever happened in real life that someone's like, quick, kiss me, because of who's walking by. That happens. Heart Eyes sees them, thinks they're a couple, and is now pursuing them, and they have to be like, we're not a couple. And that's pretty clever. But from there, I felt like the movie just kind of devolved into a really rushed version. It's a very short movie, which I always appreciate, especially in a genre movie. But a really short version and like expedited version of a slasher, where the kills count. Again, it's gory, but then the last act gets mired in lore and who done it and an explanation. And in a movie that was very breezy and fun and clever and moving along, in the end, when it gets to like, meet me at St. Valentine's Chapel, they say love is blind, and it starts getting into all of this like it's like, all right, it gets really obvious and dumb at the end. And then I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end, but what happens at the end is just so convoluted, and I just didn't care. And I would say people are excited because this is establishing a new genre, and it's a new killer. I don't love the mask. It's supposed to be the smiley face with the heart eyes, but the yellow smiley part just looks weird. I'd say, but whatever. It's people like a new masked killer, a new character. Fine, great. But the rom-com thing is clever, but in the end, I would say it's really, really too similar to Scream, to the degree that Mason Gooding is in the new Scream movies also. It's just that we're focusing on rom-coms instead of just movies and horror movies in general, like in Scream. But we're playing with tropes, and then we're revealing who the killer is in an overly explained, climax. It's so Scream. So I guess if you love Scream, you're probably gonna like. There's my neighbor walking to go get the train. He's gonna love that he was in this video. I'm being a party pooper, I think, because you will have a good time if you like this if it looks fun and you go to a packed theater, it looks like you'll have a good time, you will have a good time. I just was like, I'd heard a lot of effusive reviews, and people are getting very excited about this, like it's refreshing and it's just what we needed or something. And I don't know, it's okay, it's fine. Your mileage may vary, but I just liked the first half way more than the second half. And that's my review. Thanks for listening, watching. I will be back soon with more stuff. Join us over on Patreon for lots of goodies and fun and extra stuff. And I will talk to you again very soon. Josh out.